welcome back to another episode of Gossip Break, the cherry on top of your day. I'm one of your hosts, Becky,
And I'm your other host, Bree.
and happy Juneteenth to Olandria, Taylor, and Jalen, probably Ace,
Shelly.
Shelly. Hey, Haitian sister, it's Liberation Day for everyone.
Love us both taking off on Juneteenth, like just record and talk shit about Love Island. Love that.
Yeah, there's seriously no better way. Like this is what the ancestors would want for us is just doing absolutely nothing but running our mouths about other
Just
people.
yapping. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Having a
love that.
grand old time. And yeah, as we said, today we are just chatting Love Island with the girlies. So much happens in Love Island that honestly, we just needed to do a whole episode for it. So for the Love Island girls, this is for you guys. This is your episode.
Not to mention that the last few episodes of Love Island have been some of the best television I've ever seen in my entire life.
Top tier reality TV these past four episodes.
Yeah, and I actually just saw this morning that they're asking for your consideration for an Emmy.
No way.
Yeah.
It's
Like Ariana.
deserved.
Yeah, it's deserved. I think it
Ariana put that word in. She said, if Vanderpump can do it with my trauma, we can do it here for fun.
right. I think it's best reality competition show and best host. So I'm like,
Ooh, I love that. I actually just saw a TikTok video today of it was like an edit of the iconic, horrible reunion with Scandival. And Ariana was yelling at Tom, saying, like, yeah, and after you slept with Rachel, you slept with me. And then Tom was like, yeah, and it was so hot. You kept your shirt on. Then pan to her this last episode of Love Island in that pink dress with her abs out looking so fire. I was like, that is my girl. Like, I know he is just eating his fucking heart out every time he has to watch Love Island. I'm so happy for her.
I know this. I think this is her best look.
This is the
Was
best she's ever looked. I'm obsessed with her. And it's
yeah.
just so great to see her confidence grow, especially for the VPR girlies. Ariana was not confident. And it was always like, oh my God, what is she like? How does she not see herself? She was always like, I don't feel worth it. I'm not sexy. I'm not hot. I'm not confident. And then literally all she needed to do was just drop that man. And now we're seeing her as the most beautiful, confident she's ever been. I'm just so happy for her. And it's just such a nice little cherry on top with the rest of the drama of Love Island to just see her winning.
No, it's everything Love Island is doing is perfect. Having her as the host, the music, the delusional people that they pick to be in this villa.
The narrator, the narration as well. He is clocking them all the time and it cracks me up.
I want him to narrate my entire life. That
I'm
should have been
obsessed.
the narrator trend on TikTok, not Lizzie McGuire. It should have been Ian from Love Island.
Love Ian. Love him down. But I guess, yeah, so we'll just go ahead and get into it, take care of our little housekeeping things really quickly. You guys know what we're going to say, but if you're new here, we would love it if you followed us on socials and on our pod. And if you like this episode and you like what you're listening to, feel free to leave us a review.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's it. We'll be quick. Okay, now let's chat about Love Island. So, we're going to talk about
Ooh.
episodes 10 through 14 today. Your girl had to take notes because literally a month has gone by, basically, again, in Love Island time. And where we are in the last episode that aired Tuesday, because, okay, so we're recording this Thursday, so you girlies know. So, we're not going to talk about tonight's episode that airs.
Hmm.
But I feel like that Wednesday break was nice for us to chat about what's happened since Friday to now. Like you said, literally like some of the most iconic reality TV already. And I was a little bit worried, not gonna lie, that season six was so good. I was like, how is this one gonna top it? I mean, I know that they could be so different and that other drama could be good, but I don't know, like season six was just so perfect. But this season, dare I say, is already topping it. It's just in terms of drama, not in terms of love, because I am missing the love connections. But I think that even in season six, like at this point that we were at now, like PPG wasn't with any of their guys yet. They were
Yeah.
like random people. So we still have so much time.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok on that that was like, don't be worried about the love story of it.
Yeah.
Because at this point, last season, when I saw the names of the guys that the girls are with, I was like, I don't even know who that is. Like, I
I was
know
like,
who,
Hakeem? Who is
yeah,
that?
literally. I was like, who is Hakeem?
Yeah, we were so down bad at this point of the season. So it does give me hope because honestly, a lot of these couples right now are not doing it for me. I guess let's just get into it. Or should we talk
Yes.
about what do we think about the couples? How should we go about this?
Um, I,
We'll go episode by episode, and then at the end with our final couples, we'll chat about what we think about them.
yes, there we go. I couldn't even think, bro. I was like,
Brain short circuiting.
yeah, I don't even know what to say right now.
There was way too much content to think about. Okay, so episode 10, which was last Friday episode, was the leather and lace party just ended when the bombshells came in, which again, like this already feels like a month ago, this leather and lace party. And I
Literally.
remember our last episode, we're like, ooh, I wonder how the bombshells are gonna shake it up. Oh my God. Did they shake it up? Every time a new person comes in, it really changes the dynamic so much, which makes it
Completely.
fun.
I think that's the best part of the show is that they just
Yeah.
throw other people in it and they have to couple up. Like you have to be attached to someone the entire time, and that's what changes the dynamic. Because it was like, damn, I was just laying to this man like for 2 weeks straight, and now this man that's literally double his size, I have to cake up with. Like, this is crazy. Shout out America for really shaking it up because they didn't see that coming in. I don't know how, but
Yeah, I'm so glad that we were able to vote. So this episode as well is Huda is definitely starting to turn up on the craziness and the crash outs because one, she gives Jeremiah a hickey, which everybody saw right through that, what we were doing. It's like, really, we're giving hickeys, we're claiming territory 2 weeks in. And I think they also had sex. I think was it this episode? I'm not sure when it was or when it got mentioned, but at this point we know now that
yeah. She
they've banged.
popped that cooch in the villa, which is just so crazy to me. Because if you really love this man and you're like, this is my husband, this is the stepfather to my child, wouldn't you not want your first time to be at like summer camp?
Summer camp.
Like you're in a twin XL with literally 10 other people in the room. You probably, I think they sleep like maybe 5 hours a night. Not to be vulgar, but like how good can it really be if I literally have to be a pipsqueak, you
That's what
know?
I always think about. It's like, is it even worth it though? Like you're moving all slow, trying not to make any noise. Let's just
Yeah.
wait, please.
Yeah. And the hickey is so, Iris nailed that couple perfectly. She was like, this is so high school.
Yeah, she was like, I just got the ick from Jeremiah when I saw the hickey.
That's so gross. I literally, if someone tried to give me a hickey at 27 years old in 2025, I would literally like,
Yeah, that was icky. And it's just like it was so obvious what she was doing that everybody was just kind of like, girl, okay. And this episode, they also have the infamous breakfast fight where she's mad that he wasn't giving her breakfast. Then he finally goes upstairs to give her breakfast. And now she's mad that it wasn't the breakfast that she wanted because she's like, no protein.
no proteiny. Where's my proteiny?
No, but that's a gym
Honestly,
girl. I get it. Like, where's the
no, like I
protein?
was gonna say,
Just
real.
pancakes. You know better.
Yeah, real. However, like sometimes you do, like maybe that's not his love. Maybe acts of service isn't his love language.
Clearly not.
Like, obviously not to give. So like sometimes it's like, he in his mind, oh, she wants breakfast. I'm gonna make pancakes. That's
Yeah.
all he made.
He
And she's
tried, and that's still.
yes.
And I don't think he's a good chef because then the next day he brought her breakfast and it looked like some weird scrambled eggs with like hot dogs in it. I was like, you know what? Just let Taylor handle it from now on. He's trying, but he doesn't know what he's
He
doing.
doesn't know what he's doing. And you know what? Maybe you can tell them like, oh, you know what my favorite breakfast food is? Eggs. He would have made you eggs, but you just said breakfast. So the man made you uncooked pancakes. You might have gotten salmonella or E. coli.
The
But like,
uncooked pancakes, though, it's like No, I
Honestly,
honestly, I
me.
understood her in this moment because it's like I'm finally getting my breakfast. You show up late with my breakfast. Maybe see, this is like me, not to bring astrology. This is like the Taurus. Like you already bring me my breakfast fucking late, and now it's uncooked. I'm mad now. I think they posted that Huda is a Virgo, which that is kind of funny because it's like the nitpicky. Like make me breakfast, you didn't make me the right kind, and it's
Yeah.
disgusting. Like you didn't do it right. Let me just do it.
What's so funny is that whenever I make pancakes, they're always uncooked.
Pancakes,
Always.
I really be struggling with pancakes as well.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not gonna
are
lie.
we gonna act like pancakes aren't hard to make? Because you can't see, you're like, oh, when it gets the bubbles on the other side, that's when it's done. But then I don't want to burn them. And like,
It's a lot of trust.
yeah, it's a lot of trust. And if you aren't a pancake expert, that's why we like waffles because they come in out of a machine. So honestly, justice for pancakes, actually.
Were you about to
Not
say
even
justice for Jeremiah?
I was, but then I was like, no, I think this is his karma. I think he's getting what he deserves, Loki.
I
That's
mean,
my
yeah,
hot
he
take.
hasn't been a perfect angel either.
No.
So, yeah, then Alandria and Jalen, they are starting to make a little bit of a connection. Jalen really is such a cutie, and they seriously brought him in just for Alandria. Country man, exactly what she's been asking for. So they're cuties. I
Just
know, like I can't even like we already know what happens. I'm trying not to be emotional, but we all know what happens.
the way we all feel for Jeremiah, or what?
Please.
Jalen so much because it's like this is his first time out of the country. Oh my gosh, she's from Middle Georgia. He doesn't even say the city because y'all aren't gonna know.
There's no point.
Yeah, y'all aren't gonna know. And he's a truck driver. Like, I'm gonna cry.
No, I'm gonna cry. I went to his Instagram comments and the top comment was like all the empaths here.
Me telling him happy Juneteenth first, like the first person. I thought of when I woke up this morning. I was like, "Wait, at least he's back in time for Juneteenth." Like, I guess.
You know what, Becky, go get your man. He's back here now. Slide in his DMs.
No, I like actually like might have to get on that, ladies and gentlemen, just because like he's so like genuinely out of empathy. Because I'm like, you deserved better. They should have bought another little country bumpkin in there just for you.
Yeah, but he is a cutie and he seems like he has a good head on his shoulders and he's so polite and respectful. So, yeah, honestly, Becky slide in the DMs. Then Ace and Iris are starting to chat a little bit. They actually seem like they have chemistry. Shocking because I don't know. Every time Ace talks to anybody but Shelly, it's like he's really not trying to give much. Even with Shelly, he's really not trying to give much.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it did seem like him and Iris had something. I don't
You
know.
think so? I
I
think
don't know.
everyone would has something with Ace. I think he's very charming. He has really
Yeah.
pretty eyes and a beautiful like he's a gorgeous man. Like he's literally beautiful.
I just can't get over the shortness of it. I know.
It's yeah, it's the height. So if like we're sitting down and talking, I probably would have be like, wow, I could talk to him all day. And it's like, yeah, because he
Just
has
sitting down.
yeah, he's sitting down. His eyes are literally twinkling at me. And he has a nice smile and can carry a conversation. Of course we have chemistry. Like,
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking out of because when Iris first came, she said that she was going to go for Jeremiah and Nick, and I was like, huh? I don't know. The conversation with Nick wasn't giving.
yeah.
Jeremiah, it's slowly building, but even that, I don't know. I thought out of like the guys, like it seemed like she liked or was cutest with Ace the most. But
Yeah.
anyways, and then also the last bombshell, Pepe, him and Hannah have a cute little makeout, hot little makeout. Actually, I was like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
No, she tooted that thing up.
She no, she is literally like fiending. Like,
Yeah,
give her.
she
She was waiting for this man.
no, she cracks me up. Hannah is like I think the funniest girl.
She's a cutie. The more and more I
Yes.
watch, I just get so attached to them. And it's like you're really starting to see their personalities open up. So yeah, you were right about Amaya. Reality TV star.
Like I said, y'all need to give my girl a chance.
Yeah, Amaya is so freaking funny. Hannah is so funny. But anyways, that was pretty much episode 10. Episode 11, After Sun, skip. Episode 12, we have this beaver challenge. The challenge like really they really do the most. And this is like the only part of the show that makes me kind of uncomfortable is just the kissing so much. It's like you do get over it, and it's like I have, but that's the only part of the show where I'm like, you guys, like it's so hard not to be grossed out, especially when you see like the bumps all over their face and lips. It's like, ew.
Three. Nick.
No.
Nick's cold sore
No.
literally spreading through the villa
No.
as a public health crisis.
I would literally be Amaya. Like if Nick pulled me to kiss, like I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it though.
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I couldn't believe that people were like actually gonna kiss him. I didn't think people were gonna kiss him. I thought like maybe like a peck on the cheek. I literally would have been
No,
like you
they
can
were
kiss like
all up in
here.
it.
They were making out, and so they've all made out. And the cold sores are contagious. Cold sore is like a type of herpes.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not shutting that down so fast. Like they got to help him out. They got to get him some ointment. But like please help him. The best part of that challenge though was him walking out with Alandria on his shoulders. Are you kidding me? First of all, her ass.
Her
Like
ass.
I'm literally in the gym this week like between Ariana's abs and Alandria's ass, I am hitting the gym like 4 times this week. Like, I'm
No,
not fucking
because
around with you guys this summer.
it was like, wow. And him carrying her, like smiling. Love them. I don't know. Maybe like they remind me of, I don't even know who they remind me of. I just am like,
I'm
I don't know if I
obsessed.
want y'all to be like actually together like forever,
I
but
don't
like
think so.
I like the playful flirty banter like, well, what if I pulled Iris to the room and kissed her? What would you think? And she's like, "Slap
Yes,
my face."
the flirty playfulness, this is like the perfect space for them right now. I don't want them to do too much. I don't want them to do any less. Keep it where it's at. I love this crack ship. There's so much fun for me. Paige
My
Sorbo literally haunting me after my rant last week, and she comes in to host.
I know with a suede turtleneck that actually made her pass out.
And then yeah, she left in the middle of the challenge.
I didn't know that she left halfway through the challenge until TikTok told me. I literally did not know. I watched the entire thing, didn't skip a scene. The GV had my undivided attention. I literally did not notice Paige was gone until I got on TikTok and they said, if you're wondering why Paige left halfway through the challenge, I'm like,
Huh?
I wasn't. I genuinely didn't even know she left.
I wouldn't have noticed if I watched that episode the day later, so I was already kind of seeing social
Oh,
media.
yeah.
So I saw someone be like, "Was Paige actually there live? Did they really film with her?" And I was like, "What are they talking about?" So then when I saw,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, she left in the middle." But
Didn't
anyways,
notice.
least interesting part of the episode.
I do want to highlight this is an underrated Taylor moment.
Okay.
Everyone's talking about him being bent up in the villa or him like in the villa when Huda got on him and he literally completely folded in half.
His legs went above his head.
I was like, that's when I was like, this show is literally gold. Because what do you mean? I'm
This
watching
is
this
soft
man,
porn.
his legs were in the air, tuning up. Huda is bouncing, and he's like, she has too much ass. Like, it was too much for me. Like, he genuinely, which confirms our Gumby. It's not Gumbo, which also cracks me up that we were calling him Gumbo last week. Confirms our theory that he's like a slinky piece of gum.
That's basically what he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am crying because I saw on TikTok that Taylor's friend, the guy who is running his social media account, First of all, this guy, you would totally expect him to be Taylor's friend. Another black country guy with like the biggest accent. First of all, there was rumors about Taylor that he had a girlfriend and he was going on this show to scam. And like there was text messages. The friend was like, I went through his messages in like the thickest country accent. He's like, I went through his messages. There was nothing there. But then he was like, and like I know y'all saying stuff about him and Olandria. He just weird.
You know what we know, baby. We know he's weird, and that's
I
why we
think
love
we
him.
needed his friend to just tell us like he's just weird to be like, yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, like nothing, he's not secretly scammy. Nothing's wrong with him. He's just a little weird.
He's kind of growing on me. I can't lie. The more and more they stay in the house, it's impossible not to
Right.
like them. So, this episode at the end, before the iconic recoupling scene, Charlie tries to talk to Amaya because he realizes that Hannah and Pepe are kind of having a thing. So he's probably like, okay, well, I need to explore as well. Amaya turns him down because she says that Hannah's her friend and she's not going to do that. I mean, I think she was right about it when she was like, you're just doing this out of
Yes.
emotions. What did you think?
At first, I was like, girl, don't turn him down because she's your friend.
Yeah.
We need to cut that whole plot line and subplot out of this. Like, go take her man. Like, if you had a connection with him, go get him. But she was right in being like, you're only doing this because you're scared and
Mhm.
someone took your girl.
Yeah, she is
And I
very
won't be your
intuitive.
little chess piece. So I
Yes.
was like, you're right, Amaya. I didn't even see it like that, but clearly you see something I don't because you're a star.
I was
So
thinking the exact same way as you. At first, I was like, oh my God, who cares about Hannah? She's up there literally making out with Pepe, literally at the moment. Do your thing. But then when she was explaining herself more, I was like, no, she's so right. He's just doing. And the thing with Charlie, I know a lot of people like Charlie, and it's not that I don't, but there's just the energy I get from him, like that I'm perceiving. And this is not a bad thing. This is just what I'm saying. What I get is that he was just so desperate to stay on the show, and like rightfully so, I would be wanting to stay on the show if I was there. Like I just flew all the way to Fiji. You're not going to kick me out after a week. But I don't know. It was just like that's just all I was feeling from him was just so much desperation that I was kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, Hannah realizes that she actually does like Charlie, and she says that it's more romantic and Pepe is just surface level. And out of all people she tells this to Amaya. Why is this important? Because why the fuck did Amaya vote Charlie out at the end of the episode?
um,
Like, why? Actually, why?
people were coming for Amaya's neck. And I was like, I will not participate in Amaya slander. She is my girl. Like, I'm taking you to the finish line, baby girl. I am downloading the app because I see you're in trouble with the public thanks to that short, scrappy do man.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna get you to the end, okay, girlfriend? Because I need you on my TV screen. However, I think that she made the right vote for Charlie just from a television perspective and an entertainment perspective. Because obviously, if you get rid of Huda, imagine we got rid of Huda that night.
No, that should
Never,
not have happened. But
yeah, we
Taylor, maybe.
Taylor, but then like but we need Gumby.
I
I
know.
need Gumby. So it's
It was
like
a tough vote.
Charlie, yeah, you're cool with the boys, but she like knew that we didn't want Charlie. So it was like she actually made the right decision because imagine we didn't have Huda and Taylor anymore. That would
Yeah.
like they are so funny. Like they have memes, they have quotes. The only thing Charlie gave us is no, I'm making the fucking guacamole. So it's like, okay, yeah, actually, like you can go if these are my options.
Yeah, I mean, everything happens for a reason because I don't miss him. It's like I'm already over it.
Right. I
But at the
honestly forgot, but until you just mentioned that.
So, okay, let's just like take it back for a second. So, Ariana announces that America has been voting, and for the new bombshells, we voted them in a new couple. We have Jalen and Olandria, we have Pepe and Hannah, and Jeremiah and Iris. So now Huda, Charlie. and Taylor are single and vulnerable. And then Ariana says, you guys have to vote one of them out. Cue the iconic reality queen. We don't want to do that though.
I just got chills. Like I literally just got chills thinking about Charlie being like, guys, I just want to say I just had the best conversation with Hannah and
Amaya's cutting
Amaya
him off. She's like, no.
hooting and hollering. If hooting and hollering was a person, like that girl was having like her hair, like she was in distress. And Ace is
Tears
looking at her
down her
like,
face. Ace's face, like
girl.
that iconic gif of him looking at her sideways and then pans to her and she's bawling her eyes out. Like they are so funny, the two of them. They can't leave Ace or Amaya. They cannot leave the house yet. So now the three people are single and Nick and Ace vote Huda out. And then who voted Taylor out? Austin and somebody else. I don't remember. And then the rest of the people voted out Charlie. So yeah, it's just like one part of me is thinking that he actually did have a connection with Hannah. So I feel like that should be honored in Love Island. And like we're playing literally for love. He should be able to keep doing that. And out of the three of them, like Taylor and Alandria are really not at the level that I think the
Mhm.
other couples were at yet. But then at the same time, yeah, like I've already forgotten about Charlie and I'm kind of okay with this decision.
Yeah, and I want to see Taylor and Alandria grow.
Yeah.
And I think they deserve the opportunity to do this because they're not just, I'm sorry, Hannah and Charlie are just horny.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was definitely for the right. Everything happened that was supposed to happen,
I
but
agree. I think it was perfect.
I just so shocked that Amaya of all people was the one who voted Charlie out because I was like, wait, out of all people, you know the most that Hannah actually likes him, and she was like, I'm sorry, Charlie.
Sorry, Charlie. Literally, good luck, Charlie.
It kills me because when Charlie was talking, I think maybe it was just me, but the vibe I got is almost I was thinking that the Islanders thought that Charlie was almost going to like sacrifice himself and be like,
Yeah.
you know what, guys, like I haven't been here in the beginning. You just got to do your thing. Like I thought that's what he was going to say. So I think that's why Amaya was like, no. But then
I
he starts campaigning like he's on Big Brother. And I was like, oh my God, like this is what is happening right now?
know it's all the memes that came out of Amaya saying that. Be like, I think Amaya thought that they said they had to kill someone.
No, that's literally what Dino told me when we were watching live. He's like, she's acting like they have to kill someone off the island.
Like you will literally see him in 4 weeks. Like literally.
But I know Dino was like, okay, so when are they gonna see each other again? Like, why is she freaking out? I was like, this show is like 6 weeks max. He was like, she has to chill. Because then even Hannah boo hoo crying when he left. And it's like, girl, we voted this because of you.
Yes. Hannah laying next to his photo sobbing like he got sent off to World
That was
War.
the best part of the episode at the end.
Like she is so funny. Just to literally be popping that ass on a boat, not even 6 hours later. Like I know they
Hello,
got them.
New York.
Hannah and Amaya, you will always be famous.
Like
Like,
those are no, those are like on our PR client list now. Like those are our clients for the season. Love those
yeah,
girlies down. They
I
crack
will.
me up.
I'm their spokespeople. Like, I will defend them to the ground. I don't care. You're keeping them on my screens.
Yeah, we have to for the entertainment. Amaya is also so beautiful. So pretty. Like I'm mesmerized looking at her every time she talks, like just looking at her eyes. She's so pretty.
On her Instagram, she had like braids, and I was like,
Wait.
you have to go on and look at her Instagram. She is a beautiful girl. Just the definition like
Oh,
that is the Dominican beauty standard.
Dominican princess. No, she is gorgeous.
I know.
It's so funny because looking at her Instagram, I would never expect that her personality was this way. And like I love her personality, but like it's not giving like that quirky funny girl.
Yes.
Like you like she just is so stunningly beautiful that you would not expect her to be as funny and just kind of weird as she is in the best
Hmm.
way.
No, I'm obsessed with Amaya Papaya.
Yeah, she's a cutie. So now we're at episode 13, which is post crash out after the vote. Huda kind of scared me in that episode. Her eyes when Nick was talking and she raised her eyebrow a little bit when he was explaining why he wanted to vote her out. I was like, I'm scared for him.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, sleep with one eye open.
no,
I think they all did.
I think Jeremiah did for sure.
Yeah.
So afterwards, Ace tells Jeremiah and Huda basically why he voted the way he did. And
Mm.
Huda tells him, wait, what was that iconic line that Ace said to her? Like, I don't know what you've been through in your life to let people in so fast. I was like,
Clock it, Ace. Like you would think Ace has been, maybe he has been in therapy his whole life, but I didn't have a concept of love bombing, and or maybe this is because like TikTok now is available, and so we know how people get manipulated in relationships and manipulate other people. I do not know. But when I was 22, I did not have the discernment to understand that like I was letting people in too fast. Other people
yeah.
were letting people in too fast. Like I didn't have that. I
Yeah,
didn't.
he's super perceptive.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know what you did to let people in so fast, but y'all are going too hot and heavy too soon. I stood up and clapped.
No, he ate that. And then right after, she drops the line and she says, "If you want to know why I move the way that I move, it's because I'm a mother." Silence. Every time she drops the mom thing, it's like she's expecting this grand reaction, and it's not that big of a deal. Like you have a daughter, okay? Like that doesn't explain why that's not explaining why you're acting the way you're acting right now. And then Ace kills me because right after he goes, "Okay, bet. So my mom was a single mom."
Yeah. Said, anyways, so
Oh,
like actually you should have your guard up. Like your complaint as a mother should be
that's what I was thinking.
I have my guard up. I haven't let anybody in because I'm a mom, and I know if I let anybody in, that I'm also letting them into her life. So I'm a little bit more careful than the average like single girl just running around the island.
Hmm.
Then the I'm a mommy would have been like, oh, we would have had the reaction you're looking for. But it
Hmm.
genuinely does not make sense why you are the most like at this point you've given him a hickey, you've had sex, you've said you're the strongest couple in here 50 million times. You told the other girls that they need real men. And it's
Oh
literally
my
at this
God.
point been 10 days. That doesn't make any sense.
The needs real men aged so poorly. Y'all need some real men. You don't got to do that. Like, no, you actually didn't have to do that because look where we're at right now. So I did think it was kind of crazy, though, that Jeremiah didn't check up on her the whole entire night
Hmm.
because this, yeah, this a big thing just happened to her. She almost got sent out. It's reasonable for her to be upset, especially
Yes.
because America voted to break them up. She's thinking in her little delusional head that they are the strongest. So obviously it's going to fuck her up. Like, wait, you guys just stole my man. Why
Yeah.
is this happening? And then you don't check up on her at all. That is a little weird. And I mean, I was thinking maybe he was going to check up on her at the end of the night, but then he heard her in the shower and she was like, "He's a fucking bitch, bro. Like my husband would never. He's a liar." And then he was like, "Okay, I'm not doing this." Because he was
Yeah.
walking towards that way, but I don't know if he was just trying to eavesdrop or actually like check in on her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, needless to say, he didn't check in on her. And I thought that was kind of fucked up because it's like, okay, if you guys are actually that close, then why are you not? I don't know, like Huda's crazy, but at times she's valid.
She had a point when she said you
A
didn't,
point.
yeah, when you didn't check up on me. Did that garner the response of calling a grown man a PAB? Probably not.
She did way too much with that
Way
one.
too much and huge overreaction. So it's
Huge.
like he does one little thing wrong, and you're like, okay, Huda, this is your moment to
Hmm.
shine and get everybody back on your side and see Jeremiah for like a bad guy. But then you blow up so big that it's like what he did. Yes, he should have checked on you. You could have had a conversation about it. He eventually did explain I wasn't like my head was spinning too. Anyone
Hmm.
can understand how that could be scary for both parties. Of course, scarier for Huda.
Yeah.
But then for her to react the way that she does, it's just like, okay, well, now I have to side with him
Yeah,
because
that's
he
exactly what it
blew it out
is.
of proportion.
She always blows it out of proportion. And it's like, damn, okay, now this wasn't even worth all that you've been saying. So the bombshells go on a date super early in the morning, and I was dying laughing at Huda poking Taylor's head awake, like literally just like that. And she was like, I think those fucking bombshells are on a date. Like he probably thought he was dreaming still. Like he just woke up and Huda's in his face.
Yeah, and then they woke everybody else up after that. Did you notice that? Like everyone was still asleep. Like I'm telling you, I know for a fact that they only get like an average of 5 hours of sleep a night, if
I
that.
would be so mad at her.
Yeah, I would be so annoyed because like now you're making it my problem, and that's Huda's problem.
Yeah.
It's literally like a virus. Like her problem somehow has to become everybody's problem. Now
Yep.
I'm gonna wake up the whole house. Now everyone's like, okay, last night was really sad, but let's be in a better mood. Let's lift our
Yeah.
spirits up.
A
Like
new day.
yeah, like last night was scary. We still all have each other. Cool. And then she's just gonna storm around the villa moping all day and being confused why people aren't moping with her. Like, girl,
It's
your problems are not.
draining.
Yeah, it's literally it's exhausting as a viewer. I can only imagine how exhausting it is in the villa. The damn
Yeah.
narrator said, I'm so excited to finally get to say a sentence that doesn't have the words Huda or Jeremiah in it. Like he literally said that.
Everybody's sick of them.
I'm over it.
She's really the main character right now, though. Like she,
She is. Everyone knows who she is, whether they watch the show or not.
for sure. So they come back from the date and Huda crashes out. First of all, she acts like she's so unbothered, sitting there in the chair with her sunglasses. And I don't know if you noticed, because I just went back and I was kind of just skipping through the episode really quick just to remember what happened. And her breathing in that scene was actually scaring me. She was like, her chest was going up and down so fast, and like, she might have been silent on the outside, but her thoughts were racing in her head. And I'm actually a little bit worried for her mental health at this point because, like, I don't know. This is
They
not
need
okay.
they need to send her, like I'm begging them to send her home. She's not gonna make it. There's no way she's making it to the end. I think she
Yeah.
hopefully she knows that now. She's clearly delusional, so maybe not. But for everyone's mental health and her own, she has to go home in the next week.
Yeah, for her own mental health. It's getting bad. And it just escalated so fast. So they come back from the date, and obviously, the guys want to talk to the guys about what happened. The girls are talking to the girls, and Huda can't even talk to the girls. She's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then goes to eavesdrop on the guys. And the guys are talking, and Jeremiah, like, I kind of understood why he was upset because he's like, you guys are telling me to go explore. I finally explored and I'm saying I'm having a good time. And now Nick's like, oh, well, so you're just dropping Huda. I get what he was saying because it's like, if you were so close with her, how are you just going to drop her so fast? But at the same time, I did kind of feel for Jeremiah because he's like, I'm literally doing what you guys told me. And now you guys have a problem with this too.
Yeah. I feel for Jeremiah in this because he's like, okay, when they were on the date and they were talking about dating in LA, him and Iris, and she said, yeah, it's really weird dating in LA. You go on a few dates and people literally act like you're married. And he was like, yeah, I actually know what you're talking about from
I actually know
recently.
that all too well.
Yeah, like recently, actually, I was like, like, I'm so glad he's waking up. Like, bro, you are in danger. Like, this is not normal or healthy or happy or strong. Y'all are trauma bonded over what? I don't know,
Yeah.
but this ain't it. So I was happy he started waking up and then for her to go and listen to them and he's explaining to the guys, like am in a toxic like I overheard her calling me a bitch and all these names in the shower last night. I don't deserve that. That's not normal. That's not healthy. And so yeah, I am dropping someone that calls me a bitch. Like would you not? Especially like
Yeah.
a woman to a man. And someone brought up a great point on fucking TikTok like this would not be like entertaining or funny to us if Jeremiah was calling her a bitch,
Yeah.
if Alandria or Shelly were calling Huda a bitch or calling somebody a bitch, because she's called everybody a bitch at this point.
Yeah.
So if they
Pretty
were,
much everyone in the house.
yeah, like if anyone else in the house was going around throwing these B words,
Mm-hmm.
we would all be like, we would Ulissa them so fucking
So
fast.
fast.
But
And
like,
yeah, a lot of people on TikTok are saying if this was a black girl, she would have been voted out. Not the last time at the door, she would have been voted out the first time. Like
yes,
she
exactly.
everyone's like, "Oh, don't be too much on Huda. It's going to be a lot for her to come out the house and see all this." I get that. Like I'm not underneath commenting on her Instagram post that she's a bitch or anything like that. I'm just talking on my own podcast in my own corner of the internet. But
Hmm.
like let's also not act like she hasn't been doing the most. She walks up behind the wall when they're talking and I put in quotes goes to Jeremiah like by all means explore then. Fuck you and walks away like hello. She continues. She goes to the girls and says, "He's a fucking bitch. He's using her as an scapegoat." First of all, scapegoat. Like it's scapegoat, please. Like that killed me. So she says he's a fucking bitch. He's using her as an scapegoat. Then she turns back to Jeremiah and points and goes, "You're a fucking bitch. You're a pussy ass bitch." And then Sierra, somebody finally like has some sense. She goes, "Keep it classy." And I'm like, "Yes, we need to tone it down."
Get her off of my screen. The more we're talking about this, the more I'm like, I don't care about the entertainment anymore. Bring a bombshell that literally like steals Ace and Nick. Somebody
Yeah.
like somebody else, please, because like it's genuinely pissing me the fuck off.
As she is yelling, the part that gets me is she goes, "I'm pulling Iris for a chat right now, actually." And then starts storming upstairs to talk to Iris. And even Jalen and Pepe were like, "Should we not leave her alone? Like, maybe we should stay close by," because she was coming in so hot that I was actually a little worried for Iris too. Like, what is she about to say
Yeah.
to her? So it looked like the guys went downstairs and told the girls, like, you should probably go up there. So they went up
Yeah.
there right away. But
Also,
yeah.
why are you pulling?
Hmm.
These girls are too fucking nice. I would have told her to talk to him. I don't have to
Yeah.
tell you shit. I didn't even ask to be with him. Like, I'm
Hmm.
literally getting thrown into y'all's toxic, weird fucking relationship. I didn't ask for this. I'm literally, you're
I
acting like,
didn't ask for this.
how are you mad at Jeremiah for sleeping by another woman at night? Like, that's literally the rules of the fucking game.
That's also the part that's so frustrating. It's like, so you're mad at Jeremiah because he went on a date and literally is just doing what he's supposed to do on the show. He didn't ask for this either.
Yeah.
And then her going like, "Oh, a beach, my dream date." And he knows that. Like he picked the date.
Like they weren't just sitting on sand drinking a light beer. Like
So that was pretty much episode 13. Now episode 14.
I loved
Hmm.
episode 14.
It was a good one.
Perfect ending except the part where Huda stays.
I thought how it started was interesting. I feel like Jeremiah was finally starting to do better. And he was like,
Yes.
"Okay, I need to talk to Huda. We need to just like get on better terms." And I thought, had good intentions when he was trying to say, like, "I think we rushed too fast and kind of skipped over the friends part and just got right to being intimate. And I think that we should start being friends." She has like selective hearing and just hears what she wants to hear. So she's like, "I'm not going to be all buddy buddy with you after we've already had sex." And it's like, I get that, but that's not what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Or like he says like I don't want to make you like me. If you don't want me to if you don't want me to like you, then why are you even doing? That's literally not what he said.
Totally took it the wrong way.
Like he doesn't want to force you into liking him. I don't
Yeah.
know anyone that does. Like if I gotta jump through all these fucking hoops and the breakfasts and the this and the that and the ratatata, like if we have to do all that, then I
I
I
don't
don't
want
want to.
it.
I don't want this. Like I want someone who likes me for me, and obviously we
Hmm.
communicate and find a way to show each other how we love each other. But that shit that you're making me do is just like, I'm not gonna do it.
He
Anyone
was
with
being very
self-respect.
healthy by
Yes.
saying, I'm not trying to make you like me. Like, I'm just being myself. Shelly said the same exact thing to Ace. Like, I'm not trying to do what Ace likes. I'm just being Shelly. That's literally what Jeremiah was saying. And she
Yeah.
took it and ran with it and then walks away, tells all the other Islanders, he says he's not even trying to like me. And it's like, you literally pick and choose words and then twist them into something that they're not. And it's so frustrating because then I feel like she did that with Iris at the end of the recoupling because Jeremiah did say Iris is not my type, but he didn't say I'm not attracted to her. I don't want to sleep in a bed with her. I think she's ugly. Like she was
Yeah.
doing way too much. So yeah, let's just get to the recoupling because
Yeah,
that was the
because
drama.
honestly, that's what it is. I do honorable mention for Huda literally interrupting everybody's conversation to talk about Jeremiah.
And they
Like,
knew.
yeah, like they'll be talking about like, oh, I'm trying to build a connection with so and so, and then here comes Huda, like every man for themselves. Like, yeah, we're friends, but we don't need to be like, I cannot do this for you. I cannot be that friend. It gets to a point.
Every day,
Yeah,
every hour.
it's exhausting. It's
Taylor and
ex
Nick looking at each other back and forth when she came over.
literally. And then a real honorable mention for Jeremiah and Alandria talking, literally forgetting Austin's right there and being like, Huda's like a package deal. She has a kid. Austin, wait, she has a kid. And they're both like,
But honestly, though, I would kind of forget too because almost the entire house knows at this point. All the girls know, Ace knows, Nick knows, Jeremiah knows, the bombshells know. So it's just what, Austin that
yeah, I think it
doesn't?
actually is just Austin that doesn't know anymore.
So now we all know, like, cat's out the bag, whatever. That was funny though. It just like slipped. Whoops.
Yeah, oops, like, sorry.
Yeah, it needed to be said.
Yeah.
Before the recoupling, when Jeremiah literally just pulled the chair out for Iris and Huda immediately cries and walks away. It's like she can't be on this show.
Yeah, she's on the wrong show.
This is
She's
not the show for
literally
her.
on the wrong show. She needs to be on like Too Hot to Handle or something where y'all can't touch each other and hump
She
because
needs that because I feel like she is relying on that a little bit too much, which is exactly what
yes.
Jeremiah was saying. Like we skipped the friends part.
Yeah. But
So the recoupling happens, and it's like this weird door thing with the girls are behind the doors and they lock it if for the people they don't, they're not interested in. And can they only unlock it for one person? Like, how does that work? I don't
I
remember.
think they can lock the girls are behind doors, the guys are on the other side of the door. And when the guy comes up, you can unlock the door in order to like let him in. But if he doesn't, it's better for the girls because if he doesn't walk in the door, like you can just lock your door back. But for the guys, if you go for the door and it's locked, Jalen and Alandria,
I know that's what I was thinking. Like, could she
it's
have unlocked it for him and Taylor?
yeah, like she could have, but she was saving it for Taylor
That makes sense. Okay, yeah,
because
because you can only pick one
then you
person.
run the risk of, first of all, I know Jalen's gonna come at my door. I cannot let him in because now Taylor goes home.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that
low
makes
key,
sense.
maybe it should have been Taylor because we definitely would have gotten Huda out of here. Because no one was gonna vote for Taylor to go home.
Yeah, but Jalen, as soon as it was Jalen and Huda, I knew what was going to happen
Yeah.
because I was like, he's just too new, and they have this. They're all trauma bonded to her as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so yeah, the notable people that got picked, Austin choosing Amaya because they've been having some conversations, and I was happy for that because I'm over the Ace Shelley Austin thing, and Austin
Me
and
too.
Amaya seem like they have cute chemistry, so like just go
Yeah.
for it. That
Yeah.
was cutie.
They're so
Um,
silly.
Nick and Sierra, we expected. Pepe and Hannah, we expected. Ace choosing Shelly, finally. It was cute, but I'm still not sold on them.
Yeah. I'm not either.
And then, yeah, Alandria choosing Taylor. And then the final, Jeremiah choosing Iris. I am actually kind of shocked. Like, I really didn't think he was going
I
to do it.
My jaw was on the floor. I said production is so good because they put their doors next to each other. They saved
Yes.
Jeremiah for the end, and Jeremiah started walking towards Huda and then made that
Swerve.
like swerve on that kind of whoa, whoa to Iris. I said,
And you notice Ariana didn't say the name either, because for the other couple, she'd be like, okay, Jalen, open the door or see if the door for Olandria is open. So it's like you would know who it was. But this time she was like, Jeremiah, open the door. So Huda and Iris don't know. I was like,
yeah,
peak cinema.
chills again. Like it was so fabulous. It was amazing. And I'm so glad because I'm like, he's waking up. Thank
Yes.
God. Like, you cannot choose her anymore. This is it. You have to be done. Even
Yeah.
if it is true, Huda fifth crash out saying, oh, he doesn't like you, like trying to embarrass Iris in front of everybody, in front of
That
the
was
entire
disheartening.
country. It was horrible. It was like, you're not even a real girl. Like, we know you're not a girl's girl, but you having the nerve to say that any of them aren't girl's girl when you get the first opportunity to put a woman down because of a man.
Her first sentence to Iris was calling her a bitch, bending her back over the freaking ex to be like, you better stop kissing him, bitch. It's like, when yeah, she bothers me so badly.
Yeah. Just
But
for no
for
one
her
to,
to stay, and that's
yeah.
also where it's like, you guys are pissing me off at this point because you can't sit here and complain about her all day and be like, I'm drained in the house from her, and then vote to keep her.
Yeah.
Did you see that article that came out recently that being a girl's girl is ruining Love Island this season?
I didn't see it, but I came to that conclusion myself.
Yes, I think it's like a very, yeah, most people are coming to this agreement, but it was just an article that just came out recently. And she was basically saying that she thinks from season 6, seeing how, and this is totally fair, Leah got so famous and she had like that notable fight in the house with Liv. And even though they've made up, they've totally moved past it, they're fine. Liv still gets hate to this day in her comments from Leah fans. And I think people are
Mhm.
kind of like scared to be seen as not a girl's girl because they don't want
Yeah.
the audience to turn on them. And it's totally ruining this season because then it's like you have Sierra, who is done and fed up with Huda's shit, but I almost felt like she was obligated, or she felt obligated to stand behind her because she wanted to be with the girls. And then I think that just set the tone for the rest of the girls, like, oh, Sierra's behind, like we gotta be with our girl too.
Yeah.
The Ace one was confusing to me. Taylor, I was like, Taylor's gonna do whatever Ace and Olandria do. So, like, not surprising. Iris, I get why she did it because it wouldn't have made a difference at that point. And it's like, you're not
Yeah.
about to single me out even more
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
bully me. But Ace, like, what the fuck? And then for Huda to have her hand out, and he's like, hell no. I don't understand him.
I think, first of all, Ace is a producer. He is literally the Giselle of, he's the Giselle Bryant of Love Island because he is producing. He said hibachi breakfast. Mind you, it's just regular breakfast. Like, they're all cooked on a skillet, pancakes and ping pong.
That
Um,
comment that said he would be a great as a cruise director.
like you have a talent like to work in the leasing office of an apartment and run the little resident like parties because this is crazy. But my idea is if I'm Ace and I'm wearing a producer hat, I'm like, look, if I vote for Jalen to stay, that's an opportunity for him to build more, even more of a connection with Alandria, even though she clearly is not feeling him because she's feeling Taylor more,
Hmm.
whatever. It's still, it leaves room for,
Yeah, so like you think he was just doing it for his friend then, like
yes,
get
I
his
think he
competition
was
out.
doing it for, unfortunately, the entertainment and like, I gotta, like, he's trying to get to the end with Taylor for sure. He's trying to get to the end
Yeah.
with Taylor and Nick, which, like, low key, I kind of see it that way too.
That makes sense because and that actually makes sense why, because at first I was like, Taylor's a follower, but yeah, duh, and he's not gonna go behind Jalen.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna go behind the man that literally almost sent me home.
Well, but then Iris did for Huda. Iris is showing what a real girl's girl is because she could have easily, like you said, one, not even given Huda the time of day during that conversation. Like, go talk to Jeremiah. This has nothing to do with me. She could have been so rude to her. She could have went even harder after Jeremiah. I feel like she's been very respectful.
Yeah, because it's a mess. She doesn't want to be in it.
Yeah. I don't blame her. I hope that they have another bombshell in there for her because I still don't know if Jeremiah's it. I could see them like slowly building something, but it's just with Huda being there right now, it's so
There's no way.
tainted. I don't see any way for them to move forward. And like I think that it's nice of them to be telling Huda that I think you deserve a second chance and another chance at love. And I don't want to sound like misogynistic when I say this, but just I think like truly, I'm not sure what man wants to come in for her at this point now because like she's a beautiful girl and I know she has a lot to offer, but she has shown the most negative parts of herself after 2 weeks with Jeremiah, like calling him a bitch. I don't even know how many times. Like no man wants to be called a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know how I mean, I'm hoping for it because I think it could be good TV to see her get like a redemption and her try to change and maybe something healthy to come out of this, but I don't know if I
Well,
see it happening.
as long as she's in the house and does not reflect inward and stop trying to
Yep.
project externally and say like, "Oh, America thinks that you aren't a man. She's a bitch. You did this."
Yep.
Until she gets out of the house and is able to, first of all, as long as she's in the house, Jeremiah isn't going to have be able to establish any sort of connection.
Hmm.
And no one is going to come into the house gunning for Huda. It's just not going to happen. No one wants to go through that. Like, if this is how you act with a man after 2 weeks, like, what are you going to do with me? Also, like,
Yeah.
again, not to be misogynistic, you already had sex with him.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
why would
say the
I
same
want his
thing.
sobby
Yeah.
seconds? Like,
Because that's how men think.
yes, yeah.
So,
And it's true. I think like that too. Like, why, if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna come in and gun for Jeremiah because I like him.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Because then even Iris was like, when she saw the hickey, she was like, ew, ick.
Yeah,
Like, I heard that on the earlier seasons of Love Island, though, that they would like all be fucking. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch the early seasons because some people are like, you can tell who doesn't watch like the early seasons because they would all do that stuff. And it's like, yeah, I didn't watch the early seasons. Sorry. Like,
yeah. Like,
I didn't know we got down like that here. I'm still learning,
I did
okay?
not know that. I could have lived my whole life without knowing that. I don't need, I didn't even like what's that show? Summer House Martha's Vineyard when Silas and Jasmine were having sex. Like that traumatized me.
Mm.
I don't want to see that. And they have their own bedroom.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. It's like they are literally 6 inches from the next bed. That's not weird to you guys. I don't, I mean, I guess I was gonna say I don't consent to being around this, but I guess you do kind of have to
Yeah, you
consent if you're on
do.
the show.
You do consent. But like and not to like harp on the sex thing and police people in the bedroom. Did someone have a condom?
I feel like they have to give them condoms. And you know what the thing is, though, is that if she didn't mention it, nobody would ever know. But she brought it up. And exactly like you said, it's the part that's very frustrating to watch with Huda is that she's not self-reflective because this was her perfect reality check. Like you don't have your phones in there. This is like where I think it's so cool. Love Island compared to like Big Brother, they're also in a house, for 3 months without their phone, disconnected from the outside world, where they don't know how people are perceiving them until they leave the house. I think it's cool how in Love Island there's like certain checkpoints where you could kind of tell. Like for example, America voting and taking out Jeremiah and Huda, like that should be a checkpoint to be like, okay, America's perceiving us kind of weird. They don't want us together. Like, I don't know, like she's not clocking that. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like we're literally gonna have to wait until movie night or something, or when they do the tweets and be like, America does not
Ooh.
like you for her to get it. And it's like, I'm really
Ooh.
hoping she stays till then, but I don't know
Wait.
if she's gonna make it.
They bet tonight better be movie night because
They need to speed it up. They need to put it like, yeah, literally in the next week.
yeah, because like I don't want her around here much longer, but I would love to see her reaction of movie night. Like,
We need it. Because I heard they don't do it till after Casa.
ugh,
And I don't know when Casa is. I'm assuming it's still a little bit out. And I'm like, is Huda gonna
yeah,
last till then? I think they need to speed up the movie night. Because that
yeah.
she's the drama right now. Let's be real. Like we have to keep her in for
She
just
just
that.
also, so you think America hates me?
Well,
I don't want
well.
to say hate,
Yeah.
But we are tired.
We are tired of
The
you.
way
That's
the villa feels about you is the same way we feel about you. The way the boys feel about you is how we feel about you.
the thing is, though, is them not voting her out last night, I feel like gave her like it put the delusions back in check, you know. She's like, oh, okay, so they, it's not as bad as I thought because they all kept me.
No.
Nick was the only one standing on business.
What's not, he literally said, what's not clocking to y'all? Like, do you
It's
not
not
see? I'm
clocking to you. I'm standing on business.
like,
Not
I
once,
told this
twice.
girl 3 days ago I would be her kid's uncle, and I still am saying she's got to get the hell out of here.
He is so right though. And when he was
Yeah.
even telling Jeremiah, like, she's leaving hickeys on your neck to mark her territory, basically. That's not normal. Like, why is he the only one saying anything?
Yes.
Please.
I did for tonight's episode, I did see a clip with Sierra telling the girls, this is my last time saving her.
You've had two chances. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah. Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. Sierra said, y'all not getting a third time. Like, the next time
Nope.
I'm able to vote this little girl out, like, we have to vote her out. If
The
not,
next flight
the
out.
producers are gonna give it to us, to America, and we'll vote. Like, don't worry.
Yeah.
Either y'all can say that you got her out, or like we can do it
Or we'll
because
do it. Like, if you want us to do the hard work, we'll do it.
yeah, because
I
whoa.
saw a theory on TikTok that said they think that the Love Island producers actually did try to get rid of Huda, and that's why they first split her up and then had the Islanders vote. And then the second time, they're like, okay, we didn't get her out the first time. Let's do it again. Because that recoupling was pretty soon after. And
Yeah,
then again, they were like, okay, so you guys have no reason to complain now because we've given you two chances
yeah.
and you didn't do shit. And another interesting thing that somebody brought up is last season when they had to vote one of the girls out, they had to vote as a group, like the girls together. And that's why, like, the biggest issue was Leah being like, I took a back seat because it was like they sent home Rob's new girl and they were saying Leah was jealous, and wanted her
Mhm.
out because of that. So she was like, I took a back seat. I didn't even really do anything. So they're like, we're not doing that this season. Each of you is going to stand up and say to their face who you
Yeah.
want to go home. Like, none of this backseat shit. I can't wait for tonight's episode.
I cannot wait. I will be there at 8, 9 central.
Yes.
Oh my
Wednesdays are
God.
like literally feel like Chick-fil-A Sundays without Love Island. Like, I need it.
Which I wanted to bring something up quick about that. On Wednesdays, if Bravo actually cared about Next Gen NYC, they would have it come out on Wednesdays because that
Yeah.
is like the perfect, like, oh, you missed the island, come to the city. They're literally on the same network. It's all NBC Universal. I'm confused why the vice president of programming didn't.
That would have been a great idea because I haven't kept up with it since the first episode because I'm just so caught up in Love Island. It's like I can't
Yeah,
watch anything else unless it's literally Wednesday.
literally.
And then Saturday, like I'm probably doing something because I don't
Yeah,
watch After Sun. And that's probably
yeah,
why they do that for Saturday. Like they know people are
yeah.
out. I
I,
love this schedule. It's so funny. Even Dino yesterday, he was like, "You gonna put your show on?" He calls it my show. He's like, but
yeah.
it's like, why are you asking me? And he's like, "You gonna put your show on?" I'm like, "No, it's Wednesday." He's like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "It's not on Wednesdays." He's like, "Oh, damn, I was kind of looking forward to it."
Yeah, like I want
Like
to see
all
what
the husbands
happens.
and boyfriends on TikTok upset.
Locked in. No, it's like all of America is watching this show. It's insane.
Literally. And then he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I saw somebody tweet like, once your girl calls you a bitch, like it's over. And I was like, so Huda stuff is on your timeline too?
I didn't even think about it that way. Like our algorithms are totally different, and somehow like
Like he
Huda's
literally
on
only
yours.
has Twitter for sports and he somehow
Yeah.
still has Huda on the timeline.
Mm-mm. But it's true. Like as soon as you call anybody a bitch, you're done.
It's done. That movie night clip is going to be rough for her. If they compile the B words, we're going to be
Yeah.
there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I want movie night to be there showing what Jeremiah actually says and then what she told them and then
Yes.
also like
Like the
um
moving in together, that's
yes.
going to be a good one. Producers, if you know what's good for you, you have to do movie night before she leaves. Like there's no exception.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up here before we talk forever. We hope you guys love this Love Island episode, and we'll definitely be back next week with more craziness.
Oh, yes. We hope we have a lot of new listeners because of Love Island. Thank you, Ariana Maddox, for this. But y'all know the drill. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Gossip Break Pod, TikTok at Gossip Break. We've kind of been blowing up on there.
I think
Yeah.
we might get some new listeners from our TikTokies.
Yes.
So,
So
hi, TikTok girls, if you're
yes.
here. Thank you so much
Hello,
for
my
listening.
Shaylas. We love you so much. Leave a 5-star review if you made it to this point. They really go a long way for a self-produced, self-made podcast like ours.
Love you, girlies. See you next week and have a great weekend.
Bye.